All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Well, not too bad. Just distraught because I know, according to everybody on TV and anywhere else, the Pacers have no chance at all. Why are we even playing this?
There's been a few people giving them a chance, but yeah, not many. Not many. And what's funny to me about it is all I've heard this last couple of days is Pacers don't have a chance, but hell, they act like the Knicks was going to be a better would have had a better chance than the Pacers. Hell, the Knicks are falling apart. They don't have nobody healthy. Pacers are healthy. Pacers, and to me, Pacers are a better team than the Knicks. I think the Pacers win that series, even if the Knicks are healthy.
They've been completely healthy. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I didn't follow the Knicks in the regular season that much, so I really can't say. But I mean, it is what it is. We are the healthier team. We have a much better chance than what the Knicks would have with the situation the Knicks are in right now. That's for sure.
Our defense is getting better. What it comes down to for the Pacers is rebounding. If they rebound, they're going to have chances to win. To win, they're going to be in all these games if they rebound because their offense is good enough to keep them in the games.
Yep.
But they have to be able to rebound and can't let Boston keep getting second and third opportunities. And that's when they struggled with New York, was when New York would out rebound them big time. Like that one game was like plus 24. You can't have games like that.
I thought we'd get one of the first two at New York, and we didn't, and I was worried. I think we will. I think we're going to get one at Boston, and I think we need to. I don't think we want to come out 0-2, even though we played well at home against a Boston team. I think we need to go 1-1.
I think we can still win the series if we go 0-2, but I do agree with you. I think we need to get one, because if we get one, we'll still be carrying that momentum that we have right now. Right now, they have that confidence and momentum from just winning the Game 7 in New York. And if you can still win these games in Boston, you can kind of keep that momentum going. Where if you go 0-2, then you're going back home with your back against the wall, where you need to win both. I have to win both games basically. Where if you can get one of them, you're going back home feeling good.
I hope we can get one. I hope we can get it tonight, but we'll see. That's one thing, I mean, we could be a little tired, but we've been playing. Boston set out a few days. Sometimes that makes a difference. Sometimes when you're hot, you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to sit out.
So we'll see. It should be interesting. Hopefully the Pacers can at least do a great job and make it a good series, I think they've got a good chance to win it. I know, I'm from Indiana, so I guess I'm a homer, but I think they can get the job done.
Yeah, I think they can too. I think it's going to be a lot better series than what these national
Well,
people are giving it credit for.
there's a big thing there, that defense thing. But we average 121 points a game more than them, better field goal percentage, better 3-point percentage in the postseason.
Yeah, they've had a little bit better defensive rating.
They've had a better defense. So we'll see.
And they're saying Porzingis is probably going to miss at least the first 2 games.
That's what I hear. That's what I'm hearing.
And I think that's a big deal for Boston.
I'll tell you what, Boston don't want to come out there and because people accuse them of not playing 100% all the time. They go out there and don't play 100% against the Pacers and let the Pacers get hot. They'll be sorry. But I think they're focused. I think Boston feels like they got a chance to win it all. I mean, I think they feel that way, and that they are the favorites in the East and should be.
Hey, how's it going, Glenn? Glenn says Pacers money line tonight.
Damn.
What the hell is going on there? I didn't do my picks yesterday. Didn't do what the fuck. I went 2-4.
Damn, I went 3-3. Lost the hockey game. Vancouver got way behind, came back, and about tied it up.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Edmonton controlled that whole game, and then there toward the end, they looked like they were in trouble. They were able to hang on, and I went 3-2 or 2-3 in baseball.
I went 3-2.
Not a great night.
Let me ask you this: if the Pacers were fortunate enough to beat Boston, which team would be a better matchup for the Pacers, Dallas or Timberwolves? Some people would say, I think most people would say Dallas would be a better matchup because they think Minnesota's a stronger team. And I could see that. But Irvin's got that experience in the playoffs.
I think
in the finals.
I think Dallas, because with Minnesota, their defense one thing, but they also match up with us better because they have the two bigs. Okay. Where with Dallas, especially with the Kleber, I think being out, they don't have as much size as Minnesota does. So I think we match up better with Dallas. I think we have a chance against either one of them. I do think we match up better with Dallas than what we do Minnesota, just from a matchup standpoint.
So we got the NBA starts tonight with just one game, I believe, and I don't think hockey starts until tomorrow night.
Yeah, hockey. There's no hockey tonight. NBA just has the Eastern Conference tonight. The way they're doing it'd be one game each night. Yeah. So tomorrow it'll be Western Conference, and then Thursday Eastern. For tonight, you got Pacers and Celtics. Should be an interesting game. I think they're giving the Pacers way too many points. I think it's still. I had it at 10.5. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
The Boston favorite to win the series has went down a little bit.
Yeah, it was 1,000.
Yeah.
They have it at -10 is what they're showing on TV, but on Fox. My phone's acting weird as hell. Ain't want to load up. But I'll check that in a minute. But yeah, I have it as Celtics at -10.5. I'm taking the Pacers at +10.5. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Pacers are going to win tonight, but I am also a Pacer fan. But even not being a Pacer fan, I think it's going to be a close game. I don't see it being a blowout. So I think, yeah, and it is still 10.5 on FanDuel, -490 on the money line. The Celtics are. You get the Pacers at +380. That's what Glenn's saying. Glenn's saying take the Pacers on the money line. I mean, that'd be a pretty good payday if you put some money on it. Yep. All right. And then there is no hockey tonight. Major League Baseball tonight. I'm going with the Brewers on the money line on the road at the Miami Marlins. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Reds at the +1.5 at home against the Padres. I think the Reds win tonight. They have Abbott on the mound. They have the Musgrove has been struggling for the Padres on the mound. So I like the Reds tonight. But the Reds are a good bet at +1.5. They lead the league in most one-run losses, so it's usually a good pick at +1.5 with the Reds. And you're getting that at -140, so you're not getting that too terrible of odds there. We'll take the Phillies at home on the money line against the Texas Rangers. Phillies have Suarez on the mound. He's been lights out this year. I think he's 8-0. And yeah, he's just been on fire this year. So I'm going with the Phillies on the money line at home. And then I'm going to take the Yankees on the money line at home against the Mariners after the Yankees fell apart. Did you see that last night?
Yeah.
Where was he throwing the ball? There was nobody at first. There was nobody there. Yeah, that was crazy. And they had a big winning streak going too. So that was a crazy way for it to end. I think the Yankees bounce back tonight. That's my baseball.
Okay, my baseball picks. I also have Milwaukee money line on the road against Miami. I have. I'm gonna take Cincinnati money line. I think they're gonna win this game at home against San Diego. I've got Philadelphia at home money line against Texas. I've got Minnesota on the road money line against Washington. I have Yankees also at home money line winning against Seattle. And my last pick, I have Toronto money line at home against the White Sox.
Fever came up short last night, but they played the Sun the first game of the season and got beat by them pretty good, and they then played them last night and had a chance to win that game. Boston missed a layup there at the end, but there was a couple other plays in the last few minutes where they had some chances. Clark's starting to look a lot more comfortable out there as well. She did get a technical for yelling in the referee's face.
Yeah,
that it was an effing foul, which it was. I mean, Hillick had her, grabbed her by the arm and turned her, and they called nothing. And then on the other end, it seems like sometimes they'll call stuff and there ain't even nobody getting touched. But they had, I think it was 16 or 17,000 fans there last night in Gamebridge. Last year they averaged, I think it was like 4,000 or 5,000 fans a game or something like that. Maybe a little more than that. I know that it's over doubled.
It's amazing that one player can have that much. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of people ain't interested in WNBA or college female basketball. They're not interested in it. But this one player has caught fire in our area, and not just our area, throughout the country. And yeah, it's pretty amazing.
All these games that when the Fever go play on the road, a lot of these games are getting moved to different arenas than where they usually play their home games at, so they can get more people in there because tickets are selling so good.
I heard she signed some more deals. Will make more money
because there's been. I mean, I know there's 2 or 3, or no, there's been multiple of their road games that are going to be played in different arenas than what them teams normally play in.
Yep.
And then, hell, look, last year they had like one televised, national televised game. This year, all but like 2 are nationally televised. I mean,
It's amazing the impact that she's had.
Favorite
on the whole league.
looked as a team looked a lot better last night, and that was the best they'd looked all season. Like I said, the schedule didn't help them out at all. Playing 2 of the best teams your first 4 games, playing them twice apiece, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. I think they'll get going. They'll get that first win. I think they'll finish better than they did last year. But I mean, they are still a young team. And some, yeah.
And hey, you got to build a culture too. It's not just, I mean, especially when you're in a losing culture, you got to build that winning culture. It might take a little time.
Like I said, you could tell the chemistry starting to build better between the players, because you got to think they've only been together for a few weeks.
Yep.
Because the way, it's kind of weird. You have the draft, and like 2 weeks later, you're playing games. It seems like there could be a better setup in that. So, what do you think Pacers are going to do tonight? You think they're going to come out aggressive and play, or you think they're going to come out maybe with a little bit of a hangover from Game 7?
I don't think so. And I think, Carlisle's done a pretty good job. He's called them on the carpet when he needed to. They've responded. I think he'll have them ready. I just hope, like I said, you don't know. You don't know if it could be a hangover because it was a taxing series. I mean, you don't know. But I'm expecting big things from
Big Glenn putting some bets in. $5 same game parlay at plus 12,500. That pay out good.
Yep. Big Glenn.
Yeah, I think they're going to show up and play tonight. Like I said, I think they're going to win Game 1, and all the pressure is on Boston. I mean, nobody expected the Pacers to be here, and everybody's talking about how it's championship or bust for Boston. You know what I mean? Anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, all the pressure is on Boston, and to me, in this series, the Pacers, I think, are going to play free because there's not pressure on them to win it. Even if they lose, this series, it's still going to be considered a great season.
Yep.
You know what I mean, for the Pacers this year, because nobody expected to make the Eastern Conference Finals. If they win, it's going to get crazy. But it's already starting. Around here, I mean, it's already getting crazy with all the. You see a lot more people talking about and watching Pacers than what used to, and then, yeah, if they make the finals, the buzz even get a lot more. But if they don't, after the series, everybody be talking about how good of a season it was because of where they got, and everybody be excited to see what they look like next year. Especially you get Matherin back in the mix, because I'm telling you, he'd be big in this Boston series because he's another guy that's good defensively that could help us with Brown and Tatum to take some of the, because McConnell is good defensively, but he's not big enough. Just not big enough against the size of Boston's guards.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Nembhard's going to be big enough. Neesmith is, but you know what I mean. You need somebody else to step up defensively. I think that's where we're going to miss Matherin some of this series.
I think it's going to be Shepherd. That's a lot to ask of the rookie, but I think that's what it's going to be. They're going to attempt at least at first. I'll ask you: did you catch any of Dan Patrick's show yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yep.
I don't. No, I don't think I did yesterday.
I did a little bit, and the part that I caught was he called ESPN on the carpet and said it was embarrassing the way that they did that. We didn't get to see the broadcast. We was in a wrestling show. The way they did that broadcast, he said it was embarrassing the way they treated that broadcast, and it was basically all about the New York Knicks.
I didn't hear him's take, but I did hear some other people mention that as well. And I know a lot of people was on the internet was all over Stephen A. Smith about the way I guess the pregame thing. I guess they had him and Spike Lee, and Smith was yelling over Spike Lee, and then they, how they showed the players walking into the arena. They showed Stephen A. Smith walking into the arena. I mean,
yeah, they said that he said it was embarrassing. He said it pissed him off so much. He said, "I'm not a Pacer fan." He said, "But damn it, I sure was rooting for the Pacers after that embarrassing." He really didn't like it at all. I got to see about a 10-minute clip of him talking about that. I thought it was pretty interesting.
I'll have to watch that clip. I listen to Dan Patrick almost every day. I really like Dan Patrick. I listen. The two shows I listen to about every day: Dan Patrick, and then if I'm not home, I listen to it. If I'm home, I watch it. Pat McAfee. But I listen to Dan Patrick in the car and McAfee in the car. And I really enjoyed Dan Patrick's show, but I haven't heard you yesterday.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I got to see that yesterday. I thought it was kind of interesting.
I heard some. Now I did hear some of today's. But yeah, there was quite a few people that were that voiced their opinion that they didn't like the coverage, how it was all about New York, and I guess I didn't get to see it live on Sunday because I listened to it on the radio, but didn't get to watch that broadcast, so I didn't get, I mean, I couldn't tell you if I thought it was over the top, but from what I've seen, it seemed like it was way over the top. And then all these other people, there's not even Pacer fans to react to it. You would think it had to be pretty over. But yeah, I loved McAfee yesterday with the gardening tools. That was funnier than hell.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They asked him where he got it. He said, "Hell, you could DoorDash a hoe from Ace Hardware." I started cracking up. They had that shovel and then pulls out the weed eater. Did you, speak of that real quick, did you watch any, or did you listen to or watch any of McAfee today?
Some.
Did you hear when he was talking about the NBA referees put out a tweet? It was basically told him to call or pipe it down some because he was on the refs. Because he said that one ref from the WNBA should be out of the W.
No, I didn't.
When he called them 2 real quick fouls on Clark in that first game. And then, he showed the tweet on his show today. I was listening to it. I didn't see it, but I was listening to it. It was funny. He had Austin Rivers on there again today. That was funny.
I heard some of Rivers.
Rivers told me he looked like, what do you tell him, something in Ellen DeGeneres with the way McAfee was dressed. Oh yeah, and she should have been pissed though, Glenn. Now Clark definitely got fouled. Hell, the girl had her by the arm. But Fever could have won that game last night. Like I said, that's the best they've looked. You can starting to see a chemistry more, and like hell in that fourth quarter, Caitlin Clark had like 5 assists. There was three straight possessions that she had assists on from where they would double team her and she'd make a pass. And that's another thing, as the chemistry builds, it's going to open up a lot for them other guys or other women. And Clark, I mean, what other rookie is drawing double? You know what I mean? Is drawing that much of a double team all the time.
Yeah.
And she still ended up with, I think, like 17, close to 20 points. Her turnovers were down a little bit in that game too. So, yeah, Glenn, that was an awesome sequence when Leah Boston got that block, and then was it when the Wheeler, I think, brought it down court and Clark was trailing. She passed it to Clark. Clark hit like a 32-foot 3-pointer. That place was going nuts. Glenn sent me a good video of it, but I was watching it. I was watching the game in here while I was airing that wrestling show last night. If you haven't checked out that wrestling show that we aired, the WCWO DCCW Muncie Police Department K9 benefit show. We aired it last night on YouTube and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room. Go check it out. It was an awesome show.
They officially announced that they made over $6,000
Yep.
For that event. So that's outstanding. That's a great job. So, and it was one hell of a show.
Oh yeah, dude, that place was loud in the fourth quarter of that Fever game. It came through on TV. The crowd was into it. Glenn said that's the loudest he's ever heard it at a Fever game. Like I said, you have over double the crowd they usually have at a Fever game as well.
Just wait till they get a couple wins under the belt and start building some steam. It's going to get crazy, and it'll happen.
I know last week when they had their opener, over 2 million people watched it.
Really?
Live. Averaged over 2 million people. That was their highest in since the 90s.
And that's amazing that a player is making that big of a difference. I mean, and it's more than just her play. There's been other great players. It's more than just her play. So I mean, I give her a lot of credit, and she seems like she's handling it pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Even when she didn't get off to the greatest start, she handled the press conferences real well. Hey, how's it going, Billy?
Hey, Billy Buzz.
All right. Well, did you have anything else for today?
No, not really. I was going to mention real quick that
Billy, did you get a chance to watch that wrestling show we aired last night? The one with the double rings?
That was a heck of a show. Gunther did beat Jey Uso last night. Actually, put some kind of chokehold on him, or whatever. Not chokehold, but a submission hold, and won the match. And yeah, that was nuts. That was NASCAR. That's crazy.
That was awesome. I'll tell you what, this weekend's a big weekend for if you're a race fan, because you got the F1, which I never really watched, but that's in the morning on Sunday. Then you have the Indy 500, and then that night you have the NASCAR.
You got NASCAR. You got all kinds of NBA and hockey. You got 2 wrestling pay-per-views. There's a lot of stuff.
Pacers play Saturday and
Monday. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean, definitely watch the pay-per-view Saturday at 1 o'clock, WWE. And then maybe see some of AEW. We're at a wrestling show, so I get to maybe see last hour or so of that one.
Yeah, Bill, you want to check it out. Especially the main event has Mike King and Joey and Jordan James, Kenneth James, Dalton Love, Zay Gates, Will Asher, and Tejan Konge. But in a survival match where, excuse me, the first part of it's like war games, and then once everybody is in the ring, it turned into an elimination match, and it was crazy.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
Doors, drywall, chairs,
tables.
I watched it. I watched it last night. Rewatched it when I was airing it. It was good.
It was a real good show.
Glenn has the VIP.
Mr. VIP. Maybe he should start hanging out with Vinny Pachetti, VIP. That'd be a heck of a combination.
Glenn could be Vinny's manager.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, the whole show was good. It was good. IK3 launched a guy clear across from one ring to the other. It was it was an interesting show.
Power bomb in between the 2 rings.
Yeah,
there was some crazy stuff. It was a lot of fun. The entrance, the Jackson Morgan very first match coming into the ring was really cool. Yeah,
they put on a good show.
It was outstanding. Had a good crowd. Like I said, made some good money for the Muncie Police Department K9 unit.
Glenn, yep. Put the Dawn hat on. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back tomorrow around 3 o'clock. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.